Girl, let me tell you, something has always felt a little off about Meghan Markle's pregnancies. And we're not just talking some petty rumor from the back alley of Twitter. No, this one's been bubbling for years, and now it's boiling over. You know that awkward gut feeling when things just don't make sense, but no one's brave enough to say it out loud? That's been the vibe around Meghan's baby bump saga for a long time. At first, people brushed it off. Oh, it's just tabloids being tabloids. But then came those weird photos. You know the ones. The strange baby bump shapes, angles that made your eyes squint twice. And let's not forget the way she constantly cradled that belly. It felt more like she was posing for an Oscar nomination than embracing motherhood. But now, brace yourself! The whispers are getting louder. And they're not just random trolls behind keyboards. There's word on the street that the real surrogate, the woman who may have actually carried Meghan and Harry's baby, is ready to come forward. Yup, you heard that right. Someone who was right there, involved from the inside, is reportedly letting things slip. And honey, she's not playing coy. She's not beating around the bush. What she's hinting at, it could blow up everything. Because what she's suggesting is that the entire pregnancy we saw on Netflix, magazine spreads, talk shows, was a total production, a scripted, curated, red carpet level illusion. One word has royal insiders flipping tables, staged. And that right there, it's reigniting a firestorm Meghan and Harry thought they had left smoldering in the corner of Buckingham Palace. And again, let's be real. Surrogacy is not taboo anymore. Tons of celebs do it. No one blinks. But here's the twist that's setting this situation on fire. Instead of embracing it, Meghan and Harry allegedly passed it off as a natural pregnancy, a glowing, healing journey, an authentic chapter in their love story. And if that turns out to be fake, whew, that's not just misleading, it's betrayal. Especially coming from a couple who swore their brand was all about truth and transparency. Remember when they said they ditched royal life for peace and privacy? Yet they're out here closing Netflix deals, hosting documentaries, publishing intimate memoirs, all while preaching about needing space. Honey, if you're cashing those checks, people are gonna expect some receipts in return. And now, when someone from the surrogates circle starts murmuring about how it was all orchestrated, it rips straight through that polished fairy tale image, and the timing couldn't be worse. The royal family already has enough fires to put out. Now they've got this PR nightmare rolling back into town with the Sussex circus. Palace insiders are reportedly furious, like behind closed doors, stomping down the hall, red-faced rage, because this doesn't just stain Meghan and Harry, it splashes across the entire royal brand. And baby, you know how the internet works. Once a whiff of scandal hits, the digital detectives go full CSI. Screenshots fly, old interviews get dissected, and slowed down videos reappear. Did you see how the bump folded here? Watch this clip again in 0.25x speed. People are analyzing everything like it's a royal Zapruder film, and some of those clips, honestly, they make you pause. Even diehard Meghan supporters are starting to side-eye things they used to cheer for. Something's not adding up. The silence, it's deafening. No rebuttal, no docu-style response, no spokesperson firing back. And when people who are known for speaking up suddenly go radio silent, it doesn't look innocent. It screams damage control, strategy, lawyering up, PR team swarming. Whispers say Meghan and Harry's team is panicking, trying to trace the source. Was it a leak convo? A quiet phone call that got out? Or maybe, just maybe, the surrogate herself has decided she's done hiding. If it's that last one, oh girl, grab your popcorn. Because things are about to explode. Because let's be honest, what happens when a woman who was there, who knows the truth, decides her silence isn't worth the secrecy anymore? What happens when she chooses truth over an NDA? Hollywood's seen this script before. People keep secrets until one day they don't. And let's not pretend Meghan's some Hollywood newbie. She might not have been an A-lister before Prince Harry, but she knew how the industry worked. PR, spin, image management. That wasn't new territory for her. When she stepped into Harry's life, she brought him into her world, her people, her machine, folks who live and breathe narrative creation. In no time, Harry transformed from stiff royal soldier to the king of relatability, Netflix star, Toddcast host, Mr. Emotional Interview. It was a full rebrand, and baby, it worked. At first, the public ate it up. The rebel royals, fighting for authenticity, escaping the monarchy to live a life of truth truth and vulnerability. But now, that image is cracking because if this pregnancy narrative, the very centerpiece of their new life, is fake, then what else isn't real? The Oprah interview, the docuseries, the books, the cries about being silenced and mistreated. If the foundation turns out to be fiction, people are going to question everything. And let's just say that foundation is looking shaky right now. The palace, they're furious. Not just, oh no, a scandal mad, but straight up betrayed. Because even though Meghan and Harry stepped back, their names are still tethered to the crown. And when their choices drag the whole royal machine into the mud, that's a disaster for everyone wearing a crown. The monarchy is built on three things: tradition, dignity, and trust. You mess with that third one, you're not just starting drama, you're risking collapse. And that's exactly what this surrogate claim is doing. But here's the emotional gut punch. If this was a surrogacy, why lie? Why hide? Was it about shame, fear of public judgment? Or was it just pure branding? Because let's be real, a real pregnancy from a royal couple is powerful PR. We're talking headlines, global attention, glowing People magazine covers, baby showers, bump watch, emotional interview. It sells. A surrogate pregnancy, totally valid. But not the same fantasy, not the same fairy tale. And maybe that was the point. Maybe the image mattered more than the truth. And here's where things start to sting. Because if this was all staged, if it was a plan, then a lot of people had to be in on it. Staff, advisors, maybe even family, which means this wasn't just Meghan and Harry's secret. It was a whole network built around a lie. And that's the scariest part for insiders. The thought that this wasn't a private decision, but a coordinated image campaign. And if that campaign cracks open, honey, the fallout will be nuclear. Fans will feel betrayed. The media will lose its mind. And every other thing Meghan and Harry have said or done will suddenly be questioned, re-examined, doubted. And here's the worst part. Once doubt creeps in, it never fully leaves. Royal scandals come and go, but this might stick. Because it doesn't just hit headlines, it hits the heart. It hits trust. This isn't just about Meghan and Harry versus the media. This is about the people who believed in them, the fans who stood by them when they walked away from the monarchy, the ones who defended every choice, every tearful confession, every truth bomb, upped on primetime TV. If it turns out that even one part of their story, especially something as sacred as motherhood, was fabricated, it won't just break hearts. It'll shatter the entire image they so carefully built. Because, let's face it, Meghan made motherhood her brand. The way she posed for photos in that soft lighting, the black and white baby bump reveals, the cozy interviews about family and healing, that was all part of the narrative, her narrative. She wasn't just presenting herself as a duchess, she was portraying herself as every woman, strong, vulnerable, healing through motherhood. But now, if people find out that the bump was just for show, that behind the scenes there was another woman carrying that child while Meghan played out the public fairy tale, oh honey, that backlash won't be mild, it'll be brutal. Because for millions of women, motherhood is not a prop, it's not a PR tool, it's sacred. And pretending to live that journey for optics, that's a whole different level of betrayal. And Harry, oh Harry, the once beloved cheeky prince, the soldier who served, who laughed, who drank, who rebelled, the one who tore away from royal life to protect his wife and children, where is he in all this? Silent, absent, and not in a good way. The public that once adored him is now confused. Is this really the same Harry we rooted for? Those close to him say he's changed, that Hollywood has reshaped him, not necessarily into a villain, but into someone different, more polished, more filtered, less Harry the person and more Harry the product. And girl, let's not lie. This new Harry, he doesn't feel like ours anymore. He feels like a brand. The pressure behind the scenes, it's off the charts. PR teams are scrambling. Legal teams are tightening NDAs. Internal leaks are being plugged left and right. But here's the problem. The internet doesn't sleep, and it definitely doesn't forget. Clips are resurfacing. Photos are being dissected. People are posting side-by-sides of that infamous folding baby bump video. Why does it look like foam here? Why is her belly one shape in this pic and another 2 days later? And before, people brushed those theories off as hateful conspiracies. But now they're trending. And when a conspiracy becomes a conversation, that's when the real danger starts. That's when journalists start sniffing around. That's when people on the inside start to panic. Because once people want to believe a lie exists, they start to look for it. And honey, when enough people start looking, they find things. A text, a photo, a throwaway comment from a staffer. That's Meghan and Harry's worst nightmare. Not just bad press, not just headlines, but irreversible doubt. Because here's the thing, money still flows. The Netflix deals still cashing in. The book sales still climbing. But the real currency of fame, emotional connection, and when that's gone, honey, the lights might still be on, but the audience is already heading for the exits. There's still one way to stop this train from completely derailing. And no, it's not a tearful sit-down interview with soft piano music in the background. It's not a sleek Instagram post with filtered lighting and a quote about our truth. That ship has sailed. If there was a surrogate, say it. If the pregnancy was real, prove it. People don't expect perfection, they expect honesty. And you know what? Even if it's messy, even if it opens old wounds, truth still earns respect. But this silence, this calculated hush-hush act is just fueling the fire. And girl, this fire, it's not going out anytime soon. It's spreading fast. From whispered rumors in online forums to front page buzz. From private speculation to public obsession. The once golden image of Meghan and Harry, it's turning to ash right before our eyes. And here's the wildest part. It didn't have to be like this. They could have owned it. They could have told the world they went with a surrogate and why. And honestly, people would have respected that. Would have admired the choice. But instead, if the whispers are true, they chose the illusion, the storyline, the perfect narrative. And now they're trapped in it. Because in today's world, silence doesn't protect you, it exposes you. And let's not forget, this is a couple that never misses a chance to speak. They've dragged their family on global television. They've aired every trauma, every wound, every tear. But now, when the questions are this serious, not a peep. And that's not just suspicious, that's damning. Because in the court of public opinion, silence screams, and you can bet the world is listening. So here we are, the story Meghan and Harry thought they controlled. It's now writing them, and it's not pulling any punches. The perfect picture's been smudged. The script is out of their hands. And the audience is waiting, not for another performance, but for the truth. The real question is, will they give it? Or will the silence finish what the scandal started? Because in the end, all it takes is one brave voice, one surrogate, one insider, one slip for the whole palace of glass to shatter. And if that happens, no Netflix deal, no best-selling memoir, no emotional podcast can ever put those pieces back together again. The damage will be done. And the fairy tale? Over.